Yeah, so here it is. Friday again. Boy, oh boy, the week goes by fast. And on the Volkswagen Westfalia, which takes up all of the shop room. So, what did I get done? I've got this part here done this week. Nice and solid. And I got this boxed in. Used the spot welder down here. It worked quite well, thank you very much. Then this is all, framework is all welded up. It's not really the frame, it's more the running board, because the frame is underneath here, right there, and it's more solid steel, and it also has no rust on it, which is good news. Then back here, you can see where the hammer is poking through down there. That's fixed up what I was rusted out there, so I cut and paste. So this would be your cut and paste episode, eh? So I fixed up down here. This part here is okay. That's nice solid steel. It needs to be, there needs to be a piece of framework down here built up, same like that end over there. Again, I use a spot welder here to hold the bit underneath. This part here is okay, right up here, and then this part in behind the wall here is not so okay. Wait till I'll turn on the light here. Have a good look. There. So this part here, I welded a new piece in right there, plus this flange bit up here that the floor will sit on. Cut a couple other bits out of the floor. Maybe I'll just turn off that light and carry on. Oh boy. So I can climb. I've got a ladder here set so I can climb into it and work from above if I need to. As long as I don't fall over it, right? So here's, move this stuff out of the way. And I put the hammer in there so I can get the, I can't get the hammer out of there, right? Don't you know? There, hammer's over there now. So this bit here, it's okay over there, but it was rusted here. So I've got to make the floor. The floorboard goes across to here. Then this part here comes out and covers it and then gets welded to it. And that makes a good solid box for the frame, for the wall to sit onto. This, then it's open from here to here. This is just open. And this goes down, so then I'll box it in down here so that it looks proper. Anyway, but it all came together reasonably well. I've got the floor fixed down to here, and then I'll fix that floor up when I finish boxing that in. I'll fix that floor up there, then just along there, and then box the rest of it in. But anyway, that won't get any farther this week. So that'll be for the future episodes. And I did cut out a couple of other little bad bits. One there, where it's just rust bubbled up from underneath. There we go. I'll get back out of here if I can without falling down. Hey, get up pretty close to the roof here. Step down my ladder, right? They say that that top thing is not a step. I believe him. There we go. So that's kind of a synopsis of it all. I really didn't get that much done this week, so it'll be kind of a shorter video, more me babbling on than anything else. So there you go. Hope you enjoy it, and come on back and see it again. Bye for now. Yeah, so here it is. Now, where am I? Back on it for a new week, but it's actually Tuesday, I think, already. So, haven't done much this week yet. Now, this is all cut out and ready to go. And pretty hard to get a wide angle look at that because it's all such a big hole. And now I've got the, down here, this is filled 18 gauge steel down here. I think I've mentioned 16 gauge. Oh, sorry. 16 gauge steel down here, 18 gauge for the floor. That's the first piece of floor ready to go in. I'll get that cleaned off and welded in there. Then this, once I get the floor out to about here, I'll do it out to here. Then I'll put that box in that I made right here, this box, and then this piece here, which goes on to right down here. We hope. A little bit of trimming will do it, we hope. We'll just see what comes of it all. Anyhow, that's where I'm starting at today. See what I can get to happen. Yeah, so here now I've made this piece ready to go in here. It's got this hoopy thing here, and I carried that on fairly long. I guess I didn't really have to, because here on this side it's not nearly as long, but I don't think it'll hurt. So now I'll weld this piece in, and that'll get it started on the floor, and then I can work on that bit up here to get that welded back together. We'll see what happens. Anyhow, I'll get started. Yeah, so there's the first chunk in there, sorry. Now, that's about all for today. Anyhow, kind of a short day, but I'll get back at it tomorrow or the next day. Might have a video out by the end of the week, so see you then. Yeah, so a little while ago I bought a metal stretcher, and shrinker. You just have to change the heads on it to change it. Change the heads to change it into a shrinker. It's a stretcher right now. Now I'll have to find a place to put the other parts of the tools. But here's how it works. So see how this is, whoops, can you see that? There you are. See how that's curved there? You just stick it in here. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, so you stick your piece of metal in there, right? And then just push down on this handle on this side. And it stretches it and makes more of a curve. So you just move it along. And it makes these flanges, so you can make curved flanges. There, see, that's got quite the curve to it now. Cool. Anyway, that's something that I've been watching Rusty Beauties, and he uses his metal shrinker and stretchers all the time. His is a bit different than this one, and he's got two of them there that are smaller than this and a foot pedal, but this handle on this one works pretty good. You don't have to press too hard to make it happen. So I'm happy with that, and I built a little stand that's from just junk I had hanging around, and it's solid and hooked to the wall, so it won't go anywhere. Right on. Anyhow, there you go. That's that thing. Yeah, so there's some more welded in there, so I've got the floor back to about here. I'll see if I can fill in right to here. Then I'll put my plate on and see how things work out. Boy, oh boy. Ugly weld, but I'll clean that up a bit. And it's not critical to look pretty because it's going to be underneath all the kitchen cabinets of the camper anyhow, so that's okay. Here I am. So the next piece has to have this hoopy bit in here. And it's got to be following these little lines that I've made on there. So what I'll do is I'll make it on the brake, on the metal brake, and then I'll pound this flat again on the, whatever you call that thing over there. Anvil, on the anvil. I'll just see how that works out. Take a little bit of thinking to get it done. Yeah, so there's about the right shape, eh? Don't know how I did that in one try, but I did it in one try. Now, I'll show you how I did it. Well, it was pretty simple. Over at the brake, so I put it in that side first. I had marked it here, and just bent it 45. Then I'd marked it there and there, and bent it 45 back, and then that made it so that it was all the way out here. And then this part here just sort of fit in there at the 1/2 inch for to make the bend back. Easy. I don't know. Can't be that easy. Now let's see. Yeah, well, the hard part's coming now, where I got to straighten out this end of it here, where that line is. I'll see what will happen. Yeah, there it's recording finally. I don't know what goes on sometimes. So here we are. This part here is all put back together and solid. Now this bit here goes on and covers up all those ugly welds and just slides right in like that. And I do get to use my spot welder down on the bottom here. See how that'll work out. So it's just a matter of a few plug welds along here. 1, 2, I'll make some holes for plug welds, and then I'll spot weld it down here. And I don't know what, like this wasn't welded on, am I pointing the right way? This wasn't welded on here before. It was just everything flies. That was all free floating before, so I'll weld it across the top, but I won't weld it down there. Anyway, there we go. See what I can come up with. Yeah, so there's the spot welder, and here's the welds I made. Hey, and they turned out pretty good. So what I do is clamp the two pieces of metal together with the vice grips, and then where am I putting the right way? And then after I clamp it together, get this jiggered in. It weighs about 150 pounds. Nah, not that much, but it weighs a lot. It takes 2 hands to operate it, so you certainly can't use the camera. I suppose I could have set up the camera, but anyway, and then you hit this switch here. That gets the power running and count to about 10, or whatever your figure is right. Now Fitzy said to blunt, when it comes from the factory, these are pretty pointy. And Fitzy said if you blunt them out a bit, it'll work better on sheet metal. So, and it seems to work pretty good. Like that looks like pretty good penetration there. So I'm happy with that. Now I have to do the plug welds on top, and we'll see where we go. Yeah, so there. Now I've put this piece back in there. It's still a little bit warm. And that's about as close to an invisible weld as I'll ever get, which is not too bad. A little bit of like fiberglass putty over that'll help it. And this is all solid now. I have to build the inside wall just down to here, and then maybe put a cap in there of some sort. Not really sure how that fits now. What fits in there now? Don't know. Well, yeah, maybe it's just got to be all sorted out. Might have to just, yeah, put a piece with a flange on here. Well, there we go. Flange, flange, flange. Now, next thing I want to do is sort of get rid of, there's a piece of metal underneath this piece of metal here. Now, I don't know whether the easiest thing is just to cut that over to here and remake this. I think I'll leave that groove up there for now until I get sorted out what I want to do. Anyhow, there you go. That's not bad for so far today. And I did put a hole in there for drainage. Now I guess I can go ahead and finish building the floor back to there a ways, and then I have to fix up that stuff in there. Yeah, now where am I? New day. So now I've got this part here pretty well under control. I have to fill in that hole there a bit and put that little piece in here, and I'm going to save that up for a little bit later. Next I'll go and I'll fix this end down here that's got the like all rust along there, and on the inside it needs repair. So I'll just lower the car a bit and see if I can get that fixed up to my satisfaction, because it looks like all the frame bits underneath are okay. Just a matter of the well, a little bit right here that needs some help, and its structure, I think. And then we'll there's a couple of holes in the floor over there. Do them at the same time. See what happens. Yeah. So I try to keep sort of a reasonably straight line. So I'll cut that along there, along there, along there, and see if I can get that to cut out. Then just cut this up on the edge here and just see what happens. I don't know what's happening back there. We'll find out. Yeah, so now there's most of what I've cut out of this end. See if I can get it to a little bit in here. This is the only bit of the frame that was kind of bad, so I'll put some 16 gauge in here, and the rest is kind of 18 gauge stuff. So that's good. This might be 16 gauge. Well, actually it's not, but whoops, what am I pointing at? So this here might be 16 gauge, but it's really not. It's 18 gauge, so I'll use that. Anyway, start putting it back together again at this end, and then I can just fill in the rest of the floor and that'll be done. Don't know how. I think I'll make it a square box out to here. Where am I pointing? Like square box out to here. And that'll give something for that wall to come meet up against. Okay, I'll carry on. Yeah, so there now I've got this little piece welded in right here, which is kind of a body piece. I wonder if my back far enough so you can see that. Yeah, so it's kind of a body piece there. Well, structural piece, I guess that's the right way to put it. The whole thing's a body. Anyhow, and then I've put a new piece in here. I don't know, can you see all that? It goes back right to the, right back there somewhere. So that's all in. Now, underneath here, don't know if you can see this. Oh, underneath here where you can look. So I have to make a piece for right here. Yeah, right here. And it's got all sorts of curves and whoopie-doos to it, and it's got to fit along the edge of this thing here with a flange. That'll be interesting. I'll see what I can do. Oh, now there I was, talking away to nothing for quite a while here. So, don't know how much you missed, so I'll just do a little bit of a recap here. I got this right here filled in, and that's the outer frame done, and the top part here filled across, and that's the like a flange for the floor to sit on. Now the floor will come out from here to here, and then another piece will box this in down to here. That's the way it was originally, so that's how I'll make it again. Use the spot welder along here for a few spots, and that works pretty well for getting these things like that you can reach, except the damn thing is so heavy. And there's shop dog there, shop dog number 1, hey? So I think that's it for today. I've had more than enough done today, and it's 4:30, so it's time to go and have a beer. See you tomorrow. Yeah, the end of the week again, so got that done, got this done, so we're looking pretty good. So hope you've enjoyed this video, and hit the like and subscribe, and come on back next week and see what's going on. I have some guests staying, and so I don't get as much done as I usually do, but that's okay. We'll get back to it in the fall when it's not so hot out, because it's been stinking hot lately and not conducive to working. You have more time for going around and doing tourist stuff. There you are. See you later. Yeah, so here it is. August 5th maybe. 2022. What do you know? And another quiet day at the beach. The tide's out pretty far today. Haven't seen those sandbars in a long time. And it looks like the only one on the beach is me. And Barney, of course. Yeah, there you go. Low tide at Holland Cove.